base-mounted frame pump, obviously. Really, when it comes to pumps, you know, a pump is a pump is a pump. Each manufacturer does a few little different things to try to make it, you know, a little more user-friendly. So I'll kind of go through and just show you some of the features of our pumps, what makes them, in my opinion, better. But when it comes to maintaining these things, it is pretty simple. There's not a whole lot to do. I will, just to make sure I cover myself, make sure you guys get everything. I will read on that part from the manual. Again, that's just so you guys know exactly what has to be done. But let me kind of point some attention real quickly to this thing here. This is the pump side.
A base and a melt.
Okay, gotcha. There we go. And this is where the water's coming in.
Yeah, there you go.
So the biggest difference you might notice is the coupler guard right here. I notice this one is cracked a little bit. What kind of pumps do you guys mostly have here on site?
Well, our large chilled water pumps, or
Taylorsville
is one of ours. And then the other one we have a B&G.
So our pumps compared to those two, the biggest difference that you guys might first look at is going to be this thing.
Yeah.
I know some of our manufacturers, they've got different kind of contraptions. The whole idea is to cover the coupler right there because that thing gets spinning, obviously. With ours, kind of the selling point is as simple as taking off this wing nut. Once that's off, I guess that's going to be a little in the way, but that's cracked. It's supposed to just swing up, so we might want to big issue with that right there. But it's supposed to just, it's got little springs right there, and it folds up like that. And
that's not really a spider. That is
coupler. Yep.
The coupler is the centerpiece.
Yep. There's the coupler right there. And you got your, then you got the coupler guards right here.
And do they match with like a spider? I know to see the web of the mount.
Yep.
So they need inside that.
Yep, exactly. So if you want to take this off and slide it out, you'll see there's little kind of teeth on this rubber, and it just kind of slides right in there.
So that's what's going to wear.
Exactly. Now this type here, it looks like these are on VFDs. Do you know if they are?
No, they're not. Those two goes to the chilled water.
Okay. This coupler here is a little upgraded coupler. It is a VFD coupler, so it's a good thing. We're rated for VFD. With the VFD, because it's ramping up and down a lot, it will wear a coupler more. So I know those ones should have that same coupler, but this one as well. So it's just a better coupler.
Yeah.
But as that wears, you'll notice you might get like a little pile of flat shavings down here.
Yeah.
That's how you know if the coupler's going bad. And so Patterson built this thing. We have seen as you go to job sites, how do people take off that coupler guard? OSHA doesn't like that. They like to leave these things on. You know, I've heard stories of guys with ties come over here and the tie gets stuck down. Sucks you right in.
Yeah.
So make sure you leave this thing on. But again, it is so easy to take off that it's not a problem.
And we'll make sure that that gets in place.
Yeah, I talked to the mechanical and they identify those things. You guys are under warranty at this point, so I think that can.
Without a VFD, this should be 100%. This should be flying full out. What's the benefit of not putting a VFD on?
These go to the cooling tower, is that what you're saying? Yeah, so typically on a cooling tower pump, you won't see VFDs because it's kind of either on or off.
Yeah.
There's no reason you need less flow and more flow.
Well, we are putting actually driving on our power pump.
Are you with you?
Yeah, well, there is not.
Okay.
And it's a new study that was actually brought out because we're going to breathe. We can't go to breathe. And the situation with that is that it keeps down the temperature of the sun. Okay. If it's too cold and then we're not starting to ramp up, then they're going to be with the power. So it'll be a small amount, to the decent amount, like 12 hertz or whatever they do.
So there is a benefit to have them on here. In all honesty, I couldn't tell you why the engineer didn't put them on these pumps, but I do a lot of work, and typically we'll see VFDs don't go on cooling tower pumps. And again, like you said, there definitely is a use for
it was because it was a study, and the school had actually bought into it. They're going green.
So we are seeing the pricing of VFDs has come down so much in the last 10 years.
Yeah,
I'm trying to put VFDs on most pumps, but I couldn't speak for the engineer why he did on these pumps. But so yeah, so basically you're full bore on or you're completely off of these pumps. Those guys over there, they will be running up and down. So VFDs can be hard on couplers, and that is why we did provide the better coupler for it.
Now, what is the Y strainer on these?
Y strainer, right?
Okay, so our,
Oh, I'm sorry. No, that's the section diffuser. Y strainers.
or do we not have
I don't think you'll have a Y strainer on the pump. Typically, you won't have a Y strainer on the pump. So you gotta keep the water clean. There's a centrifugal separator here somewhere on site, and I do have the ONW part of the cooling tower training. So yes, there's no Y strainers here on the line that I can see. So. Any other questions about the pump? Just looking at it. One other selling feature or benefit is this water flush line right here. That just takes water from the line and puts it past the bearings, keeps the bearings cool.
Well, yeah. And then this is the seal side right here.
Yep.
Because you got you keep the seals wet.
Yep, exactly.
Yep.
So you'll want to make sure these things are turned on. Make sure they're clean. So as I do that, let me get into maintenance. So again, I mean, it's very simple to maintain these things. They kind of go into extra detail on this. Yeah. Cover themselves. They do say every month you want to come and just inspect it. The main thing with a pump is visually inspect it.
Yeah.
Make sure that you want to fill the motor, see if you feel any extra vibration. Exactly. Fill the air, make sure air is coming out. You want to see if it's extra hot. Just do kind of a visual inspection. So you'll be checking for vibration, for temperature, checking for leaks, seeing if there's water dripping anywhere. Obviously, those are signs of problems. You'll also want to be checking your pressure gauges. If the pressure is way off from what you checked last time, just make sure the pressure is where it's supposed to be. If the pressure is up, obviously there's a problem internally, so I want to get that checked out. Also, again, the coupler, you want to look and open the coupler guard up, see if you see black shadings underneath. If the coupler is going bad, we'll see people all the time. The coupler goes out, all they do is replace the coupler and move on. Couplers aren't meant to go out. I mean,
So that tells you that somebody's not in line.
exactly. If the coupler's going out, that's telling you there is a problem. So the alignment has to be done. Now, we did
or whatever.
We did come out when we did the startup. We came and we aligned all of these, so they are good to go now. Down the road, if they come, you can give us a call anytime. We'll come out and help you guys, no problem. We're just here local, kind of by the airport. We're more than happy to move and work with you guys with lighting these pumps. So again, that's the key. If you do see shadings, don't just replace the coupler and move on. Resolve the issue. That means the alignment's probably gotten out somehow, and a simple fix to fix the alignment, but it doesn't need to be done. Next of all, and again, this is monthly, anytime you open up the pump to replace the seals or anything like that, while you're in there, you do want to inspect the impeller, just inspect the innards of the pump.
And the propeller is made out of what, grass?
Yes,
Make sure it's not starting to get
yep. Yeah, if you start getting a lot of air in the system or rocks, you will start to cut your impeller.
Yeah.
If that happens, obviously, rebuild kits, you can replace the impeller. But so every time you open it up, obviously you're not going to open up just inspect it, but anytime you do open it up, just do a visual inspection inside the pump. Make sure it's there. You got your zerk fittings here that blow on grease. They are made to not necessarily ever go to heat grease, but if you see that it's getting kind of noisy, a shot of grease in the tank help. It's not part of the regular maintenance to grease them, but if it does get kind of noisy, that will solve that problem. Yep, there's one there as well.
There?
Yep. You have the two on top of the road,
the bearings for the shaft.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it. I mean, again, there's not a whole lot of maintenance on it because the pump is a pump.
I think there's sleeves on these.
That's got bearing. Well, that'll be the sleeve right there. Yeah, that's going to be the sleeve there. Yep, your bearing is going to be exactly right there. And it's very easy to fix. We replace many sills on these things. It is your typical sill. You guys replaced sills before?
Yeah. Like every week.
Yeah, it's pretty common. Again, seals aren't meant to go out. If they're going out, there's usually a problem. There's stuff in the water. One thing big we see here is the pH is wrong. Every seal manufacturer will say you've got to be within a certain pH range. So if on a pump you're finding you're replacing seals a lot, instead of replacing the seal and moving
A
on.
lot of seals we're putting in is due because they're heat pumps, and it's the temperature.
Yeah, temperature, absolutely.
And that's where we have to play with what seal works the best for that application.
So again, yeah, pH, temperature, that's going to affect the sills the most. You know, we've got customers, their sills are going out once a week and they're always replacing them and they just move on. Instead of doing that, just look at the conditions of the water. Like you said, maybe you can find a better sill that's rated for higher pH or higher temperature or something. So don't just change the sill and move on. It's best to kind of look at what's causing that sill to fail. What's wrong with it? Yeah, exactly. So
anything from dirty, rust, anything that the seal. And we talked about that. We're having a problem.
and that's one of the bad sides of your pumps is your pipes start to corrode. Bad rust and get inside your cells and eat those things. So if you get an older system, unfortunately, cells have to take a run of it. So, any questions about the pumps then, guys? You're going to get your suction diffuser here. There's no maintenance on the suction diffuser. When these things come out, there is a strainer inside there for construction.
But there's a screen in there, right?
Yep. You got a
Pull them out after they're done doing what they're doing, and you pull them out. Then
Yep, take them out. And that's just, when they're setting up the system, you'll get debris and junk in there. That will just pull out that construction debris, and then you'll pull those down and you'll get to go. Any other questions?
How many times do we drain the system like we normally would drain the other, like once a year or once every 2 years? And how often do we drain the system?
Really, for the pump, it doesn't matter. With the cooling tower, obviously, that's a whole different beast compared to the pumps. If you're draining the cooling tower, it might not be a bad idea to drain the pumps with it. But to drain the pumps, just to drain the pumps, it's not really necessary.
I mean, like in the winter time, we drain like the towers, there's pump running up or.
Yeah. That's gonna be your biggest concern is freezing. Down here, I can't imagine it's too big of a concern. If you're draining the system, it wouldn't hurt to. It's never good to leave standing water just sitting inside of a pump. So if it's turned off for the season, it's probably the best idea to drain it in as well. But if it's on the boiler system where it's running year round or pumps over, then just to drain it from the pump is not really
Is
necessary.
there a high side here? You got a bleeder valve anywhere here if you side? We got a.
I mean, there is this one here that's going to help drain it. Typically, the contractor will put something in the tree right there, but I'm not. That's the contract.
what he's talking about is for air.
Oh, air. That should be in the air separator. The air separator should handle the air. Again, that's kind of the contractor. But yeah, the air separator should handle all the air. Yeah. Any other questions? Okay. Great. All right, now we'll be talking about the expansion tanks for the system. This is a bladder type expansion tank. Really, there's no maintenance. All you want to do is make sure that bladder holds the pressure it's designed for. In the O&Ms, I did bring one here.
I'd like to say too, there's got a gauge on it.
If I didn't bring it. Well, again, there's big visual inspections.
What do you look at, like 25 pounds on the air side?
Yep, exactly.
Yes.
Whatever we said to, but yes, you're exactly right. So the main thing with this is going to be visual inspection. When you're down here, just check it out. If there's leaking water, there's a problem. Check your pressure gauges, make sure they're not out of whack. And it's really going to be your visual inspections, the main thing on this install. If the water heats up, it has to have a place to go. That's what this is going to be for, is that water will now expand into this tank, and when it cools off, we'll put the water back in.